San Francisco just 2 of 10 to start as Beasley's mid-range pops out. In the regular season since the early 80s, as the inbound pass thrown away and stolen by Utah Valley, and Nelson is fouled under. Gets to the free throw line as much as any guard in the country. He averages almost 5-3 start here for San Francisco. Carlton Lingard for 3. Lingard knocking down his 39th triple of the season. Toulson with a hand in his face, off the heel. And an over-the-back foul on outing score. Marcus Williams, first team All-West Coast Conference. Beasley, step back, book it. And Ryan Leinart along the end line. O'Grady attacks the freshman Abosi, and Lingard snatches away the loose. Checks in for Utah Valley. A team that started 5-6 this season, then went 20-2 with those losses.
Conference tournament that's continuing on here tonight.
At a career-high 28 points in the WAC championship game against Grand Canyon. Utah Valley was praised across the 3 WAC tournament games, including 6 in that title contest against the Antelopes.
He's an important.
Lingard hands off to Beasley. Back into that elbow spot. And this time he comes up short. It leads to an open look for Nelson. Carter Welling on the offensive glass has his second chance bucket.
Excitement and the finality of everything. Everybody plays with so much urgency because of that.
Carter Welling muscles it in.
Number 22. Valley right now has a nice balance of inside and out, and they're going inside now. Defense creates offense.
That's Trevin Linhart.
I think it's good for them to be aggressive from there, but they have to have some balance of getting the ball to the basket.
Beasley rattles in the triple.
But if you make it Williams, he's a different player, but Beasley adds really a dynamic that really helps the team, and it really gets the team going together.
Welling banks in the third. Carter Welling 9 of the first 15 for the Wolverines, who jump back in front. Post touch Lingard and caught Welling in the air. Foul on the freshman to sophomore leap that just about every coach hopes for.
Absolutely.
9 of the first 15 here for Utah Valley. As the inbound to Thomas, and he gets tangled up and fouled. Jackson Holcomb inside. Potter skips it back to Holcomb, and it bounces in. There's Tyrone Riley, the freshman, trying to get his lick back. Doesn't have the friendly bounce, but has the tap in. Shot clock into single digits here for Utah Valley. Linhart pulls the trigger. Thomas just 1 for 5 to start. The pocket pass to Holcomb from Trevin Linhart, who led
now. But the offensive continuity of Utah Valley is a little bit better than what San Francisco has.
This time Holcomb here, they've been in the NIT as the entry pass is stolen. Linhart skips it, and Toulson lays it in.
The other thing that's happening when they're running in transition, it's putting San Francisco back on their heels, and so as they flow into their offense, San Francisco's never able to get.
Riley played here on the Hilltop for 2 seasons. Finished top 15 in program history in 3-point. Corey Wells seeing his first action for the Wolverines. This is Ethan Potter with a running right-hand hook. Linhart behind the back. Potter drives in on O'Donnell, and it bounces out. Abosi flashes. There's Thomas back to the 10. And a couple free throws. Carter Welling's brother Hayden Welling has checked in. Here comes Tyrone Riley with a 2-hand finish.
Utah Valley trying to get a set. You have Linhart out. So you toward your backcourt's on the bench.
Loose ball to Hayden Welling. And 1 seed in this NIT, hosting Northern Colorado tonight. Thomas off the glass. A beautiful feed from the 7-footer. Malik Thomas starting to heat up. 6 points in this first half. They'll feed Hayden Welling again, and he comes up short on the southpaw flip. Lingard operates out of the high post. Tried to play the role of facilitator. This is Vienamine Abosi. True freshman across the lane. Look out below. It's a Lin with that junior college rule. He was at K-State for 2 years, the last 2 at UTSA. Grady misfires from the outside. And a foul. Guards among the best in the country in 2-point percentage. A lot. San Francisco 44% from the field after a slow start. And Lingard banks in the three. See, Beasley on the move. Out to Lingard. Heat check. Barry Wong got two hands on it. And seeds are still alive. Dayton at Florida Atlantic because, of course, Dayton's arena being used for the first four in the NCAA.
Once you get that first win.
Carter Welling back in the game and tried to throw it in over the tight. There's Thomas. Back to Beasley for a corner three. Tap Scott affected the shot from Welling. It ricochets to Toulson. And last touched by Utah Valley. They had three different.
Most time that's rewarded, but not that one.
Barry Wong misfires. The long arms of Tyrone Riley. And it's a second chance. Riley this first half. Welling off the bounce, skips it to Toulson, and he wraps it in, plus the foul. The NBA with the Utah Jazz, a nice overseas career. O'Donnell the patience, and gets hit on the floor. NAIA transfer from Xavier of Louisiana, where he spent the last 3 years. Potter, fouled from behind by Malik Thomas. Lock into ESPN and the ESPN app. Tonight. It's Beasley late in the clock. Riley contested three. Tried to bank it home, but it doesn't draw iron.
Turn into transition points, and we'll have to continue that in the second half.
Ryan Beasley with a step back three, and he quickly opens the second half scoring with Marcus Williams, who will not be available at any point in this NIT. It is Beasley stepping up again as Toulson. Beasley, baseline. You bet. 5 quick ones for Ryan Beasley out of the locker room. Bay from San Ramon. Welling with a nice shot fake and a finger roll finish.
Really nice drive, straight.
With a crossover, the kick. Lingard buries the three.
Lingard is feeling it from the three. Side out assist.
Lingard just 28% from out there on the season, but he's nailed 4 of his 5 attempts tonight. But he misses the circus shot. Malik Thomas, pull up three. It's good. Still without a made field goal. This frustrating stretch continues as Welling sticks the straightaway three. In a game they now trail by 11. That was just their second three of the game. Lingard trying to answer back, and it's way off. Welling with a touch pass to Osiris Grady for the jam. Really for that, and then some with their perimeter shooting. It ricochets over to Beasley with a hand in his face. He cans the jump shot. 9 threes in the first 4 minutes of this second half. Welling over the top of Lingard, and here comes Malik Thomas. At 28, the WAC championship loss to Grand Canyon. This is Nelson, and a reach-in foul before the attempt. That's another guy. Grady, the lanky sophomore, backing in a Bosi. That gets hit. Yeah, for the 5th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more,
I like it. Bold prediction.
Is it that bold? Is it bold picking against South Carolina? Maybe. Some team with his career best efforts in the championship. 89-82. Wolverines came up short against Grand Canyon. Beasley continues.
Extremely aggressive. Fun to watch.
Linhart across the lane, and Holcomb powers it in. Double comes at Beasley. Wong finds Thomas. Riley whistled for the reach in on Toulson. Times in the WAC championship against Grand Canyon. Linhart backs in Beasley and sticks the turnaround jump shot. Barry Wong trying to turn the corner, and this time Jackson Holcomb commits the touch. Gets caught in the air, turns it over. Right into the ready hands of O'Donnell, the freshman. Riley, baseline, up and under for 2.
Big, strong team, and it really wears down. Has the ability to wear down Utah Valley.
O'Donnell had his hands. Post touch, Ethan Potter facing up on Lingard, and it bounces off.
Element, and obviously with him, it turned out in a great way.
Tyrone Riley floats in the second chance bucket for USF.
Team that has been created because of their made three-point baskets.
Riley, a rebound shy of a double-double as the WAC Player of the Year, Dominic Nelson. Nelson trying to get back to the glass.
A ton of credit for it. His demeanor does not change. And most times when the star player struggles, you can notice it. His demeanor doesn't change.
Beasley steps back. Around the screen. Feeds it back to Holcomb. In a crowd, and he's whistled for traveling. Thomas, corner pop. Left in a game where it looked like maybe San Francisco was going to run away and hide, but Utah Valley not going away as Abosi is whistled for the reach in on this end. Nelson off the side of the iron and out of bounds.
To be able to get downhill.
Nelson gives it right back. Thomas, the leather larceny. Numbers for San Francisco. And a rejection from Lingard, hands off. Thomas, mid-range. Rolls out. Thomas, team from the floor. Well, both teams' leading scorers struggling tonight as Welling finds a crease and lays it in.
He's really been.
And that's opened the door for Utah Valley to creep back into this game. Nelson glides and kicks. Linhart, extra pass. Hayden Welling. Yes, sir! Have been since late in the first half. Nelson, the blow by, and the finish. And it's taken away.
For Utah Valley, the quality of the shots exceeded that of San Francisco.
Lingard pulls up, and San Francisco. The feel of this game really changed when Tyrone Riley, the electric freshman, exited with an injury as Wong, circus shot. Nelson stumbles, and it's Thomas whistled for a foul.
At this point.
Thomas for three. Bucket!
Ways to get a stop.
Welling on the attack, and it rolls off, but a couple free throws on the way for Carter Welling, who's done the heavy lifting.
Know that our habits will take us through.
Welling into the paint and took an extra step. Lingard finds Thomas down the baseline, and last touched by. Officials can't look at it on their own as Thomas drives into contact with 4 on the shot clock.
Or it has to go in your favor. You'd go ahead and check it anyway.
Linhart drives off the side of the glass. Lingard and Welling tied up. Tolson on the back down. And a late whistle for a foul. It's on San Francisco, and it's on. Tolson near 80% on the season from the free throw line.
Number 20.
Beasley stops and starts. Wong, flick of the wrist. It's good! 85% here at the free throw line.
Number 0, Dominic Nelson, replaces Corey.
Recapture that WAC Player of the Year fill here in these final two. First NIT win since 2005. It's been 2 decades. Thomas, 3, bullseye! Tolson. And a foul call.
Really, really good teams. Well-balanced league.
Tolson hits the free throw. 7-point game. 41-point passing blades with Wells. Abosi, touchdown. In 2 decades, and the Dons advance on to round 2 for a rematch with Loyola Chicago. They quickly responded to take control of this game down the stretch.
Both teams had responses throughout the game. There was a